All right, guys, breaking news. This was a completely different video until something incredible leaked. I'm talking about the Legend of Zelda official 40th anniversary Pro controller. It has leaked. I'm going to show it to you in this video. I hope it doesn't get taken down. Let's go ahead and get straight into it. After that, the video that I have planned is going to be attached to it, so continue watching. It's about Zelda as well. So let's go ahead and get into this video. Okay, so here we have it, guys. Here we have it. First things first. I want to shout out Necro Felipe for sharing this image of the Pro controller. I went ahead and, of course, I shared this a long time ago, a while back, just because I had a little source, inside source, who just sent me an email, and I just made the post. I said, bookmark this. There's a Pro controller coming for The Legend of Zelda. And people bookmarked it, right? And then, of course, on that same thread, we had Necro Felipe also chime in and confirm, right? There you have it. Now, let's go ahead and show you the email. Let's go and show you the images right here. Here we have the 40th anniversary of The Legend of Zelda Pro Controller, and I have to say, it looks incredible. It looks beautiful. It doesn't look cheesy. It's not overpowered when it comes to the design. There's a mixture of green, black, gold, and of course, we see the official logo for the 40th anniversary right here in the corner. My friends, we are getting our 40th anniversary direct very, very soon. This controller is what is coming. You can see here the crest in the area there, and then of course you see the 4th anniversary official logo in the corner here. This is confirmed, 100% confirmed. First, I want to thank that person who sent me an email. I have no clue. I have no sources. I'm not a leaker at all, but they sent me information, and I appreciate that, and it turned out to be true. So now moving forward, whenever I get information, I will not go ahead and leak it out. I will just share hints because I don't want to be that type of leaker. But here we have it, 40th anniversary controller confirmed, and it looks just phenomenal. Again, I want to give a shout out to Necro Felipe and thank you for confirming that leak once I submitted it or I shared it before. Let's go ahead and look up that post. It was a while back. It was a while back. And it was related to The Legend of Zelda. Here, let me see if I can find it. Here we have, I think this is one of them, but it was before this one. There you go. So I shared on July 23rd, that was last month, a Zelda Ocarina of Time Pro controller might be coming instead of a themed Nintendo Switch 2. Bookmark this. And so when I shared that, of course, Necro Felipe chimed in and said, yeah, he's right, or basically put it into the here, the repost. Okay, and then we had a whole bunch of people chime in, which is cool, and I like that they did. Necro Felipe said he's right, and then we had Shout Nick says, yes, I was told we're getting a Zelda theme console and Pro controller, not necessarily Ocarina of Time, okay. And so you see here my original post. It's a reply to that, and here's what Necro Felipe says. He's right, and I've seen the design. This is the teaser for the from Nintendo's, which is another source that corroborated this information, which is very cool. And here we have the actual design of the not Ocarina of Time, but the Zelda theme controller. I'm excited. I love it. I love it. It looks perfect. It's not overpowered. The design is well put together. They did just slap gold on the controller and call it a day. They really put effort into this. We have a black area, we have a green area, we have the black and gold in the middle. The buttons are black. The top of it is gold. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Let me know your thoughts below. Are you picking it up? Do you have a Switch 2 to play with this controller? Just let me know, guys. Let me know your thoughts. And now, after that, on to the original video. Hope you guys enjoy it. Back to the channel. I am Mike Odyssey. We're talking about The Legend of Zelda live action movie, some stars. We're going to go ahead and do a deep dive into these people, these actors that are going to be part of one of the greatest franchises ever to dawn the earth. And so I just want to give you guys a little glimpse of what to expect with this live action movie and the cast. I know you've already heard about this maybe throughout all the channels, but stick with me here. We're gonna go ahead and dive deep. It's kind of create excitement for this movie, right? We're also going to go ahead and go over just maybe one or two news inside the world of Nintendo regarding, well, the record. Nintendo is about to take over with the 160 million units sold for Switch, and I'll tell you how. Now, if you are new here, thank you so much for being here. You can help out the best way possible, always free, just to subscribe to this channel. Help us get to 100K. That's our goal for this year, and I cannot do it without your help. Thank you so much. Let's go ahead and get into the video. All right, so the first thing I want to do is go ahead and go straight into the meat and potatoes of this video, the main cast of The Legend of Zelda. Here we have the ones who were announced already. Some of them announced this past week. We have here a couple of actors that you guys have already heard about. There are two updated actors that came out this weekend, and I want to go ahead and go over them today. Let you guys know who they are, what they're known for, and if you guys want to check out their previous movies, just check out their acting chops, right? Because hey, this is the biggest franchise ever, and we want to make sure that we feel comfortable with who they are putting in position. Not only that, but some of the cast members and what they're playing tell us a little bit more about what we can expect in the movie, and I think that's a great thing. Let's go ahead and go over the newer cast because we know about these right here. Let's go ahead over here. I share it on my X account if you guys want to follow me. Here is the first one. We have Lydia Pegman is rumored to be joining the cast of The Legend of Zelda. Her role is unknown, but she previously worked with director Wes Ball. Now, who is Lydia Pegman? Well, let's go over to the IMDb page. All right, so here we are at the IMDb page, and we have Lydia Pegman here. And so here we can find out just a little more about what she has done in the past when it comes to her roles, right? And so she is known here for Nuremberg. We have Robin Hood. Robin Hood at least is some type of a Zelda themed type of series. We have Robin Hood. It takes place in the medieval times, right? And so she does have experience in roles like this. Link has a bow and arrow. He has a sword. Robin Hood has a bow and arrow. And so we also have the Wrecking Crew here with two actors. One of them we wanted to be Ganon, but he's not. I'm talking about Jason Momoa, right? Kennedy is an ongoing series, right? That's going on right now. So we have here her upcoming films, Kennedy, which is ongoing. It's a series. We have Scene, post-production, and then The Legend of Zelda, and which is very, very cool. Up here, we see her in different roles. I think they're just showing a little bit of what she's done in the past. Here next to her picture, we see trailers here. And so that is Lydia Pigman. We don't know what she's playing yet, but we'll find out very, very soon. Now, the other actress that has been, announced here is Samara Weaving. She is reportedly playing Hylia. She's reportedly playing Hylia, the goddess Hylia from The Legend of Zelda, which is crazy, and that kind of gives us an idea that they're going to the beginning. This movie is based on The Legend of Zelda as a whole. They're telling a story that will continue over multiple films. Why do we know that's multiple films? Because, well, Uli Latukempu, the guy who is playing Ganon, has been signed for multiple films inside the franchise of The Legend of Zelda. We know that he's continuing a continuing actor role for Ganon inside the story, the movie, right? And so with this cast, Samara Weaving as Hylia, then it looks like we're going to the beginning. Nintendo was telling the story all over again of The Legend of Zelda, not just for us fans, but for newer fans coming into the Nintendo ecosystem, right? And so I love that. I love that we can see The Legend of Zelda from the very beginning, as a movie, and then that movie will continue developing the lore and expanding the lore on its own and not directly tied to the games. Although it's based on the same lore, you can consider it like, okay, the movie is doing its own thing, the games are doing their own thing. Not necessarily does the movie fall in the timeline of The Legend of Zelda, although it technically does because it's the same story, but it's its own thing, right? And so these are the two update actresses that have been tag to the Legend of Zelda. That's what is Samara Weaving known for. Here we have her again, and in the IMDb page, this is her right here. Uh, Acting career. This is a Samara Weaving retrospective. She's had many roles. I'm sure you probably know her from something. I don't. But here we have, she's known for Ready or Not. We have three billboards outside, blah, 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 Mayhem, and Gun Akibo. Now, what is she doing now? She has a major role coming for the Marvel Universe in an untitled X-Men film for Marvel. So her movie star, I guess her her fame is about to explode even more with the Marvel X-Men movie, which is one of the most anticipated superhero movies happening, right? So she is part of that. She also has the earliest show, Liz, Little Sky, Down the Rabbit Hole, and Bella. And so that's what she has going on. With that Marvel movie is going to help so much her career, and also bring people over to other movies she has done, which will also be The Legend of Zelda, which will help a lot, right? I've always said we needed some type of a big name attached to this movie in order to bring in new viewers. For example, let's say you were not into Minecraft, right? And I don't play Minecraft that much. I've never played it. I've never been wanting to play that movie. Oh, that game. But guess what? The movie has Jack Black. I like Jack Black. He's super funny. And I would have watched Jack Black. So people watch Jack Black because he loved the actor. And although he's in a Minecraft movie, just like in Jumanji. And so that's how you get new people in who don't normally like a certain game but love an actor. And so I feel like this movie needed that because us Zelda fans, we love The Legend of Zelda. We grew up on it. It's part of our blood, right? But there are people out there who, when they hear Zelda, they think that Zelda is actually the Link, the protagonist of the the main character that you play as, and so they don't have a lot of knowledge. They don't care for a lot of knowledge. But if you add an actor that they know, oh my god, I love that actor. I'm gonna go see them in that role. That will just open the door for them for the Legend of Zelda franchise. Then they become fans of the video games, and that's how it works, right? So, of course, there's two camps: people who believe that everybody should be new, and then there's people who believe there should be one actor or at least two well known. We have still yet to hear from who will play the great Deku. I am just campaigning so hard for Morgan Freeman. I am Morgan Freeman. I am the great Deku. Oh wait, I am the great Deku. Sorry, not Morgan Freeman. The great Deku. Link, I need you. So I'm so campaigning for Morgan Freeman. If Morgan Freeman becomes a Deku, my life is complete. All right, those are the updates we have for The Legend of Zelda live action. We have already a couple of actors announced. One, two, and then we have here the rest of them. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 actors already confirmed for The Legend of Zelda live action. I hope to hear more. I know there will be a direct very, very soon, and I cannot wait to hear more. All right. So if this is where you came here the video for, you're free to go. Thank you so much for just spending time here. But if you want to know more about Nintendo Switch 2 sales and how they can beat PlayStation 2, this is for you. Let's go ahead and go over the news. Okay. So Nintendo is bringing Nintendo Switch 2 and Switch to Indonesia. Now we know already that Nintendo is bringing the Nintendo Switch to India. Okay, India, another area, and that itself will give it a little boost. Nintendo just needs about 3 to 4 million units to sell for Switch to beat PlayStation 2, and bringing to India and Indonesia, I think that we have it covered. Nintendo bringing the Switch 2 and Switch to Indonesia starting December. December is a big deal. Let's go ahead and read here. I am my NintendoNews.com. Nintendo is looking to expand the market that Nintendo Switch and Switch 2 are available in, and has now announced its plans to bring the system to Indonesia. The company is planning to bring both the Switch 2 and Switch to Indonesia in December of 2026, which will undoubtedly come as good news to gamers in Indonesia. So yeah, that is fantastic news to gamers in Indonesia and also in India, because in another news, Nintendo did say they were going to bring the Switch 1 to India, which is fantastic news for all Nintendo fans around the world, right? The more Nintendo makes, the more games they can make, and so the stronger the company. You know, we know Nintendo now is not just a gaming company; they're an entertainment company. They have theme parks now, they have movies, and there's just so many things that we can expect, right? So this is just good news for everyone. The further Nintendo IP goes, the more we get. And so now we have the Zelda 4th anniversary coming up, the movie, the Ocarina of Time remake. There is the rumor that, well, it's kind of a fact. It's happening. Nintendo is working with Universal with Super Nintendo World, Donkey Kong, and so now there's a land that's being prepared that will be for either two IPs. People think it's either gonna be Pokemon or Zelda. If it's Zelda, you can bet your bottom dollar we'll hear about it in this upcoming 40th anniversary. And so the construction has already started. There's just so much secrecy at Universal. And so Nintendo is just expanding, man. They're just positioning themselves to be immortal in the industry, right? They're just not relying just on video games, but also on entertainment, movies, and theme parks. All right, friends, that is going to do it for today's video. Let me know your thoughts down below. If you have not done so, hit that like button. It helps out a ton. And of course, if you have not done so yet, hit the subscribe button. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Number one, never give up. God bless, guys.